'Tis the season for holiday weight gain. The time between Thanksgiving and Christmas offers endless opportunities to indulge in high-calorie food. But is it possible to enjoy what you want without your clothes feeling too tight by the time that January rolls around? Thanks for staying with us. I'm Tamsin Fidel.
And I'm Ernie LeBeau. So for some people, Thanksgiving is like a marathon day of eating. And like getting ready for any sporting event, you have to prepare. That way you can indulge without feeling guilty.
Yeah, that's right. You have to just like kind of lighten up the day before a little bit. All right, joining us now to share some of her holiday eating tips is registered dietitian nutritionist Marissa Marshulam. Thanks so much for being with us, Marissa.
Thank you guys for having me.
So the question is, and I guess I know what people are going to do, but I'll ask it anyway, is it okay to overindulge during the holidays?
Of course it's okay. The holidays are about enjoyment, and my whole goal is to help my clients find that balance during the holiday season. You know, there's enough other things to stress about during the holidays, and we don't need to worry about the food. So it is okay.
Thank you for that. Okay, so how much damage, though, does one day of overeating actually do to our system? And can you gain weight just from one day of eating whatever you want?
The answer is no, you cannot gain weight, any real weight for that matter, from one day of eating whatever you want. You might gain a little bit of water weight if there's more salt or sugar in what you're eating. But, you know, one day is nothing in the grand scheme of things. And I always say that every bite of food is an opportunity to feel better. You overdo it at one meal, just focus on nourishing behaviors in the next meal. You know, where people really get into trouble with the overdoing it, though, is this like all or nothing mindset where they restrict all year round, and then suddenly the holidays come around. It's the only time you're allowed to eat chocolate, so you feel like you're binge eating it all the time. So really, you just want to avoid that. Keep some of these like nourishing sweets in your home. I love these Unreal candies and these That's It truffles. They're lower sugar options that can really satisfy that craving, but not make you feel like you get to Thanksgiving and this is your only chance to eat.
It's so funny. My father's trying to cut down on his sugar, and he bought those.
That's
the
it?
blue bag.
Oh, okay.
He is like,
oh,
now he's
these
eating
are
all. I was like,
amazing.
you can't eat like 4 of them. You can only have 1 of them. But all right, if you know you're going to be eating more than usual, it will be rich, heavy foods that we always have during the holidays. How do you prepare your body a little bit, and what should you eat leading up to the big meal?
So this is counterintuitive than what most people think, but
Yeah.
I don't want you to starve yourself till that Thanksgiving dinner. I think so many of us are like turkey trot in the morning, skip breakfast, like save it for later in the day.
Yeah.
What happens when we do that? We show up starving, and what are you more likely to do? Overdo it and really probably overindulge and leave that meal feeling sick. So instead, focus on the behaviors that feel really good. Eat a protein-rich breakfast. If your meal's not till later, throw in a lunch or a snack, you know, making sure that you're also focusing on these other wellness behaviors. We get really caught up in food, but, you know, sleep matters, you know, stress management matters, making sure that you're taking your vitamins, drinking enough water, move your body, like focus on all these other areas, not just the food.
Okay, so speaking of sleep, if after you have this big meal, if you're not passed out somewhere in a corner, how should someone recover after eating that big meal?
I always say feelings are like waves. So this fullness, this discomfort that you're feeling, it's not going to last. And judging yourself, being mean to yourself about it is not going to make it feel better. So all you need to do is remember that this discomfort's going to pass, focus on the things moving forward that are going to make you feel good, and come at it from this lens of like curiosity. If you did overdo it, why? Did you show up starving? Did you not eat enough earlier in the day? Do you restrict all sweets normally and then suddenly you couldn't handle yourself around the dessert table? There's a lot you can learn from a moment when you don't really feel great. I always say it's all information.
Yeah, I like that. That's going to be my new thing. This was just information. That's why I feel. What is the average amount of weight people gain between Thanksgiving and Christmas? I'm always curious about that. And then how long does it take to lose that or to kind of go back to normal eating once the new year hits?
So it's much less dramatic than most people think. A lot of research shows that it's like shy of a pound that most people gain each year during that holiday season. So I really think like we need to almost put the emphasis less on, oh, there go my good chocolates. Put the emphasis less on, you know, am I going to gain weight? How much weight am I going to gain? Most of us don't actually gain that much weight. And if you are gaining a significant amount of weight during the holiday season, I would zoom out and look at a little bit more like what's going on normally in your life. Why do you feel so restricted and why are you overdoing it so much right there? But for most of us, it's not as big of a deal.
So is there any type of way that we can avoid kind of that weight gain, even if it's a pound or where it's going?
Totally, right. The number one thing I would say is try to be a little bit more mindful and intentional when you're eating. don't go to the holiday party starving, right? Make sure you're eating enough throughout the day. Don't sit yourself next to the cheese board and then all of a sudden eat everything in sight. Use a plate. And if you're finding that you really are overdoing it every time these foods are available, start to work on improving your relationship with food a little bit more. Weight gain comes from eating past that point of fullness, right? So we want to really learn how to listen to our hunger, respect our fullness, enjoy our food. And enjoyment is not overstuffing ourselves.
I was going to not eat up until Thanksgiving dinner, so thank you.
I
might have some of the chocolate. I don't know what I'm going to do. Marissa, thanks for being with us. Appreciate your tips this afternoon.
Thank you. Have a good holiday.
Yeah, you too. Well, for more information or how to see more of Marissa's tips, visit her website, mpmnutrition.com.
I'm a desserts first person.
Yeah?
Yeah,
all
because
right.
I need to make sure I have room for the
That's
dessert.
good. That's the right thing to do then.